Hey ladies, welcome back to the channel. If you're anything like me, you probably feel like General Hospital is your daily shot of caffeine packed with drama, suspense, and let's be honest, a few OMG moments. Well, this week's spoilers are serving up some serious tea. And I can't wait to dive in. But before I serve you any of it, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. Now let's buckle up and get ready for some juicy drama, shall you? First up on the roller coaster of emotions, Carly Spencer. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been watching Carly and Sonny for what feels like forever. They're like that couple from high school you couldn't quite figure out, always together, always in trouble. And this week, Carly is on edge like never before. Our girl is freaking out about some major legal issues. It's like when you forget to pay your credit card bill, but in Carly's case, the stakes are much higher. Think jail. So Carly decides to pour her heart out to none other than Sonny. If there's one thing we know, Sonny always shows up when Carly's world is crumbling. He's like her rock, or should I say her mob boss rock? Anyway, Sonny tells her not to worry. He's all cool and collected, like guy who's late for work, but still stops for coffee because he knows he's got it covered. Sonny reassures Carly that their alibi is solid and it's going to be smooth sailing from here. But is it really? Let's be real, Carly's anxiety isn't coming out of nowhere. She knows Molly and Martin are snooping around, and the more they dig, the closer they get to unraveling the web of lies Carly and Sonny have spun. But even with Sonny's confidence, Carly can't shake the feeling that things are about to go south. Hold on to your seats, ladies, because while Sonny is busy calming Carly down, someone else is not staying calm, Molly. I mean, can you blame her? Her mom, Alexis, is behind bars for something she didn't even do. Molly is fired up and ready to move mountains to save her. It reminds me of that time I lost my keys, tore apart the entire house looking for them. I wasn't stopping until I found them. Molly's in the same boat, determined to clear Alexis's name, but will her efforts pay off? Only time will tell. What do you think? All right, ladies, buckle up, because things are about to get juicy on the other side of town. Portia is in a sticky situation, and Ava is about to stir the pot. Now, if there's one thing we know about Ava, she doesn't miss a beat. This week, she's using all her smarts and has figured out that Portia tampered with Heather Weber's lab results. Can we just pause for a second and acknowledge how good Ava is at this detective stuff? How she's like the Sherlock Holmes of Port Charles, but with better fashion sense. Ava's got no love lost for Heather. After all, Heather put Trina through the ringer, and we know Ava is fiercely protective of her loved ones. So when she pieces together that Portia fudged those lab results, you know, she's going to have thoughts. But in true Ava fashion, she won't blow up. She's been in enough messes herself to understand why Portia did what she did. So what does Ava do? She pulls Portia aside and suggests she pin it on someone else. And who's the lucky fall guy? None other than Brad. Now, let's be real. No one is thrilled about Brad being back in Port Charles. The guy has been nothing but trouble, and at this point, blaming him for another mess seems almost too easy. It's like that one friend who always shows up late and forgets to bring what they promised. You just start expecting it from them. Ava's plan sounds like a win-win for Portia, right? Still, Rick Lanzine might be able to help point the finger in Brad's direction, and let's face it, Brad isn't exactly the type to win sympathy points around town. Moreover, a new face joining the General Hospital cast. Van Hansis is coming to Port Charles, and he's bringing Lucas Jones back with him. Now, if you've been watching GH for a while, you know Lucas and Brad have some serious history. Add with all the drama Brad is about to face, who better to have in his corner than Lucas? The one person who truly knows him inside and out. For those who may not be familiar, Van Hansis, taking over the role of Lucas, an openly gay character who has been a fan favorite. If you were a fan of As the World Turns, you probably remember Hansis as Luke Snyder. Lisa and Jake Silberman were part of the iconic Nuke pairing, and they absolutely stole hearts back then. So I think we can expect some of that same magic when Hansis steps into Lucas's shoes. The real question is, will Lucas be the one to save Brad from Portia's scheming? We know Portia is thinking about pinning the whole Heather Weber lab mess on Brad, but Lucas might just swoop in to save the day. Can their old flame reignite? Or will Lucas end up getting caught in the crossfire of the drama? Guess we'll have to wait and see when Hansis makes his debut on October 4th. While we've been talking about all the drama, there's also some friendship and romance brewing, and I am here for it. First up, let's chat about Trina and Gio. Now, if you've been following these two, you know they've been getting closer every day, cracking codes, like the dynamic duo we didn't know we needed. They've been vibing, and their friendship has been blossoming into something more. But of course, nothing is ever smooth sailing in Port Charles, right? This week, we're going to see a little setback between Trina and Gio. Yep, they're going to have a fight. Now, we've all been there, whether it's with a bestie, a partner, or someone you're just getting close to. A little disagreement can feel like a huge deal. Here's the thing. Both Trina and Gio are good people with big hearts. So while this argument might shake things up a bit, I'm confident they'll work it out. And who knows? Maybe this little bump in the road will actually bring them closer together. I've got my fingers crossed. But wait, there's more. While we're talking about sparks flying, have you heard the latest Burned on a Hospital scoop? This one's a biggie. Rumor has it that we might be seeing a recast of Spencer Cassadine. Now, if you're like me, you've been missing Spencer's scheming charm since Nicholas Alexander Chavez stepped away from the role in January 2024. And let's be real, Port Charles hasn't been the same without him. But here's a scoop. Chavez has been busy. After catching Ryan Murphy's eye while working on Monster, Chavez has been roped into another Murphy project, an FX horror series called Grotesque. Now, with Chavez working on multiple big projects, he seems like his schedule might keep him from returning to General Hospital anytime soon. And honestly, who can blame him when Ryan Murphy's calling? You've got to answer. Chavez has been super gracious about the situation, though. He's even said that PHA needs to recast Spencer. He's totally on board with it. In a recent interview, he shared Port Charles is a crazy place. We'll just have to see what happens. Talk about being a class act. So what does this mean for us? Well, whether or not Spencer comes back with Chavez's face or a new one, one thing's for sure. We haven't seen the last of the Cassadine heir, and with all the drama that's bound to unfold, I'm beyond excited to see what happens next. All right, GH fans, it's time to head back to Port Charles, where the drama is varying up. First up on our list, Brooklyn and Chase. These two are stepping up in a big way, but not for the reasons you might think. Poor Violet has been going through an emotional roller coaster lately. Can you imagine? First, she lost her mom, and just when she was starting to find her footing again, her dad, Hamilton Finn, gets sent off to rehab. As fans know, Michael Easton has bowed out of the show. So on screen, Finn's character is away, leaving Violet feeling totally lost. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel for Violet here. It's like when you're a kid and your world just keeps shifting, nothing feels stable. In the upcoming episodes, we'll see her really struggling with her emotions. And even though Brooklyn and Chase will team up to help her, Violet's not going to bounce back overnight. She'll show some warning signs that will have both Brooke and Chase worried. And honestly, can you blame them? There's even been some talk of Finn eventually getting out of rehab, but how that's going to play out is anyone's guess. Do you think his return will help Violet heal, or are we in for even more drama? And speaking of drama, let's shift gears and talk about the adventure that just wrapped up in Africa with Anna, Jason, Holly, and Lucky. For those of you who've been keeping up, Anna and Jason shared a kiss while they were held captive. And let's be real, it was a moment. But here's the thing, haven't really talked about it since. Now, I'm not saying we're headed straight into a Jason-Anna romance, but hey, this is General Hospital. Anything can happen. Well, Jason and Anna might be dancing around that kiss. Carly is definitely suspicious about what really went down while Jason was away. And let's face it, Carly and Jason will always have that deep connection. I'm betting Carly is going to try to pry the truth out of him, because when does Carly dig for the truth? But here's the big question. Will Jason spill the beans, or is he going to keep Carly in the dark? I mean, meanwhile, other characters are facing their own struggles. Lucky's back in town, and he's already in protective big brother mode, knowing that Lulu's health is on the line. General Hospital spoilers for the week of October 7 confirm that Lucky's ready to help Lulu get that transplant she desperately needs. And here's the good news. Lulu's life will be spared. We'll finally get to see her wake up, and I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see her back in action. This storyline is going to set off a whole chain reaction, leading to some seriously juicy drama in the episodes to come. So there you have it. Plenty of twists, turns, and emotional moments to look forward to this week. From Violet's emotional struggle to the unresolved Jason and a kiss to Lulu's dramatic recovery, Port Charles is not holding back. Make sure you're tuning in because things are only going to get crazier from here. But now it's time to hear from you. Which storyline are you most excited about? Do you want to see a Jason and Anna romance? Or are you more invested in how Violet's story will unfold? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get this conversation started.